Hello, third grade. I hope this video finds you doing well. This week we're focusing on an open number line. Truly, an open number line is just that. It's a number line that really has no beginning or end, and it's usually used for addition and subtraction. And then you can start anywhere you want. For us, we're using the open number line to get us thinking about proportional reasoning and where numbers really fall in order on a number line if you're only given the beginning number, or if you're only given the ending number, or if you're not given any number. So let's look at the first one. Let's say that I told you that this number line started at 2. We don't know where it ends, but we want you to place the numbers 4, 6, and 9 on this number line. Let's say we want to do that. Well, what we could do is right off the bat say, well, if 9 is our largest value, let's say 9 goes at the end. Let's put 9 there. And then we can go back and say, well, okay, how many spaces are between 2 and 9? So we have 7 spaces, right? So when we go to break that down, if we think about this, well, we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we can go back and put in our numbers. We know where we can say, well, 4 goes here and 6 goes here. That's one way you could do it. Another way to think about it is, well, what if you were given, let's go back and say, well, what if you're given the ending number? Let's say somebody told you the ending number was 24, and they said they wanted you to find the numbers 7, 13, and let's say 2. Okay? Well, again, if we think about 7, 13, and 2, well, what's our smallest number? Well, our smallest number would be 2, so wouldn't our 2 go over here? Again, what's the difference between 2 and 24? Well, that's a difference of 22. So for me, now I'm not going to go back and mark off every mark, because 2 to 24, that's a lot of single little marks I'm going to make. But I'm going to recognize that if the whole thing's 22, that 11 away from 2 would be 13, and isn't that the middle? Well, wait a second, we're looking for 13. So there's 13. And then if I think about it, well, between 2 and 13, what's halfway between 2 and 13? Well, the difference of that is 11. So again, we're thinking about the difference as we're breaking this up into parts. So that's 11. That's 11. We're trying to find where 7 falls. Well, we know half of 11 is 5.5. So 2 plus 5.5 would be 7.5. So the middle here is 7.5, and so we know 7. So if the middle is 7.5, and we know that we're trying to find where the 7 goes. So wouldn't that be about there? Okay, just a little less, right, than 7.5. And so then we were able to find the numbers. Again, that's just a rough way to do it, but if we think proportionally and we think about spacing, that's roughly where 2, 7, 13, and 24 would go in an open number line. Now, let's look at it the other way it can be given to you. What if somebody gave you the numbers 7, -2, 11, and let's say 15? Well, again, on an open number line, the question you have to ask yourself, well, what's the smallest value? Well, the smallest value I have is -2. What's the largest value? The largest value I have is 15. Again, if I want to think about the difference between those two, what is the difference between -2 and 15? That's a difference of 17. What's half of 17? Well, half of 17 is what? Hopefully you're going to tell me 8.5. So 8.5. So we know that 8.5 away from 2 is 6.5. So if that's 6.5, well then where's 7 going to go? Isn't the 7 going to go roughly here? And then if we think about between 7 and 15, isn't that halfway? Because this is 4, this is 4. That'd be 11. So again, just really think about, where's your smallest number, where's your largest number, let those be your two extremes on your number line, and then start to break it up to figure out where the other numbers would go. Also, when you were looking at your brain stretch you're looking for the number 279. And I want you to remember something. Here's my hint to you. Remember, 200 plus 70 plus 9 is the same as 300 minus 20 minus 1. And as you're looking for your digits, because remember you're saying that the marbles that Jenny has, so you're trying to say that when I subtract this number from this number, I'm left with 279. And the 2, the 7, and 9 are not counted as your possible option numbers. Okay, so when you think of the numbers, because you can use the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 7, and 9 are not coming from those digits. So don't let that hold you back. I hope that little hint guides you when you go to solve that brain stretch with subtraction. Have fun, and if you have any questions, please ask.